part 2 of chapter 13. May I go on, madam? Thank you. Not long ago, I was fooling about in my inventing room, stirring stuff around and mixing things up the way I do every afternoon at 4 o'clock, when suddenly I found I had made something that seemed very unusual. This thing I had made kept changing colour as I looked at it, and now and again it gave a little jump. It actually jumped up in the air as though it were alive. "What have we here?" I cried, and I rushed it quickly to the testing room and gave some to the Oompa Loompa, who was on duty there at the time. The result was immediate. It was flabbergasting. It was unbelievable. It was also rather fortunate. "What happened?" said Grandma Georgina, sitting up. "What indeed?" said Mr. Wonka. "Answer her question," said Grandma Josephine. "What happened to the Oompa Loompa?" "Ah," said Mr. Wonka. "Yes, well, there's no point in crying over spilled milk, is there? I realised, you see, that I had stumbled upon a new and tremendously powerful vitamin, and I also knew that if I could only make it safe, if I could only stop it doing to others what it did to that Oompa Loompa—" "What did it do to the Oompa Loompa?" said Grandma Georgina sternly. "The older I get, the deafer I become," said Mr. Wonka. "Do you please raise your voice a trifle next time? Thank you so much. Now then, I simply had to find a way of making this stuff safe so that people could take it without, without what?" snapped Grandma Georgina. "Without a leg to stand on," said Mr. Wonka. "So I rolled up my sleeves and I set to work once more in the inventing room. I mixed and I mixed. I must have tried just about every mixture under the moon. By the way, there is a little hole in one wall of the inventing room which connects directly with the testing room next door, so I was able all the time to keep passing stuff through the testing to whichever brave volunteer happened to be on duty. Well, the first few weeks were pretty depressing, and we won't talk about them. Let me tell you instead what happened on the 132nd day of my labours. That morning I had changed the mixture drastically, and this time the little pill I produced at the end of it all was not nearly so active or alive as the others had been. It kept changing colour, yes, but only from lemon yellow to blue, then back to yellow again. And when I placed it on the palm of my hand, it didn't jump about like a grasshopper. It only quivered, and then ever so slightly. I ran to the hole in the wall that led to the testing room. A very old Oompa Loompa was on duty there that morning. He was a bald, wrinkled, toothless old fellow. He was in a wheelchair. He had been in the wheelchair for at least 15